Welcome to the show. It's Marshall. How you doing? It's Saturday afternoon. Hey, I didn't make it at 5, but it's 6 o'clock Mountain. So that's better than last week. So hopefully next week we'll get it all the way to 5 o'clock. But yeah, so I just, I got home and the FedEx guy had dropped off this guy. This is the MicroBrute, the Creation Edition. And I was just doing a little bit of looking at this online the other day. It's like Arturia has kind of redone the color scheme on these. I don't think there's any difference between this and the original MicroBrute. Of course, the drum brute, they've done it too. Anyway, it looks kind of cool. And so I was like, yeah, let me get that. It's the same price. So I figured we'll give it a go, and it just got here, so I literally have just opened the box, hooked it up, plugged it in. That's why I was a little late getting going today. But I figured, I started working on a Psytrance tune, and I'll play that for you guys here in just a moment with how far I've gotten on this. It sounds pretty cool, but since this has come in the mail, I figure we'll see if I can use it in this quick and dirty kind of setup here. So yeah, Psytrance. I was at a friend of mine has a little arcade at his house, like old school arcade, like 80s coin ops. Lots of cool things. I love playing Centipede over there. But anyway, one of my old work buddies was there, and he was telling me how he's been listening to a lot of Psytrance lately. And I was like, oh, I like Psytrance, and I haven't ever actually made any. So I figured I'd give it a try. And so Friday night, I sat down and this is what I've created so far. So this is my first attempt at that kind of Psytrance type tune, and hopefully I'm doing okay with it. But we'll see if we can incorporate some of the MicroBrute into the tune here. So I'm just going to mute myself. I'll play you what I have. Oh, and shout out in the chat, we've got Das Goss in there. I called him Das God on accident. Yeah, Das God. There you are. So anyway, let me play this for you. pretty much how far I got. So obviously I need a lot of more, like from what I've kind of been listening to, a lot of Psytrance has a lot of kind of psychedelic ambient type sounds and sweeps and stuff. So this still needs to fill in here. I don't have any of the transitions worked on yet. So I figured kind of dive into the MicroBrute and see if I can do some maybe sound design and get some of those types of sounds and see what happens. So just to kind of break down the track real quick, I'll do that for you real fast in case anyone's interested. So I have all my percussion kind of grouped together. I'm just doing a Kick 2 plugin with kind of a blippy type kick sound that I made in here. I took a preset and kind of modified it to make it sound a little more psytrance-y, I guess. I don't know if there's really a specific kick that they like to use in that genre, but definitely the bass patterns are something that's very specific. So then the rest of the percussion's kind of grouped up here, just doing a couple of samples and just some sequences of hi-hats. Nothing real crazy at this point. And if Ableton will cooperate here. The bass line, I'm using the Juno 106 from the Rolling Cloud. You might notice also on my desk here, normally there's a stack of boutiques over here. Those are actually all in the other room. I took all 11 boutiques and have them set up in the other studio room because I'm going to do a like an all boutique track here pretty soon. So I'm just trying to figure out how to hook all that shit up because there's 11 of them, and trying to get all the MIDI worked out that's kind of where I'm trying to figure shit out. But anyway, so I'm using just a Juno 106 bass line from the Rolling Cloud. If you guys don't have Rolling Cloud, like, they have really expanded the amount of plugins that are in there. It's only $19 a month. I think it's a great deal. And you can get access to some of these. So if you don't have like a boutique or an actual Juno 106, this is a great alternative. Again, since I just kind of was started on this on Friday, I just kind of tossed some stuff in here just to get some ideas down. And I am sequencing this using the very cool Blue Arp. Blue Arp is a free dedicated arpeggiator plugin, and I did interview Oleg, who is the creator of Blue Arp, on the channel. So if you want to hear about that, check out the channel for that. That was a fun interview. Then for kind of the main melody, I guess I'm using some Omnisphere in here. This is an arpeggiated pattern, and really, let me pull it up. Oh, this is also the new Omnisphere 2.5, and when I get a chance, I have several Moogs that will work with the hardware setup in here, plus a bunch of the boutiques. So I plan on doing some videos on that here eventually as well. But I'm just using this tornado tonal sequence, but I've disabled the effects, and I also brought up section B because it was like almost all the way down, like you couldn't even hear it. So just some minor tweaks on that preset patch, and it sounded pretty good. Then with the effects, this is some System 8 in here, again from the Rolling Cloud, some more Omnisphere stuff, and some percussion. So I'm using Storm Drums 2, and that's the boutique. Hold on. Or that's the MicroBrute. Come on. Play some noise. Well, there we go. These are just some drums, and I added some like reverbs and stuff, and I just played a little sequence like this. That was fun. Yeah, so that's all the effects that I kind of have built in right now. Then there's like kind of a classic trancey kind of stutter arpeggiator in here. Let me play it. Actually, this actually turned into the M1. I need to rename this. So I'm using the M1 for some pads. And then down here some different pads. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep those yet, but again, I'm just trying to get some ideas down. This is 2 different plugins. I'm using Sylenth, and then also this really cool chiptune plugin called Chip Sounds. And I've just layered both of these sounds together, and it gives us a nice kind of And if I just solo that. So this plugin like emulates all the different kind of old school vintage video game systems and their music chips, which is really cool. So there's a lot of different. You got like the old NES, the Atari, the Commodore 64, the Game Boy, the original DMG, the big gray brick. So it's a lot of fun messing around with this. I've had this for years, and I figured I'd toss it in here for grins. And then over here we've got the MicroBrute hooked up. So, and let's see if that'll play. So that'd be fun. And I guess just real quick with some of these effects. They're just kind of background noise. And this is kind of what I want to build on some of these sounds. Like there's some specific types of sounds that they use in Psytrance that I've never thought about making before. So we're going to see if I can emulate some of that a little bit here. All right. Let me turn that play off here. Or is that in the effects here? Yeah. There we go. Keep it all straight. Alright, so let's see if we could just start playing around here. So I'm going to start just kind of looping the track at kind of a mediocre point, like maybe here. And start tooling around over here. So I'm not sure if MIDI CC transmits on this panel, so we're going to try that real quick. So I'd like to automate some of this and see what happens. So doesn't look like it'll bring MIDI in. Yeah, so that might be an issue. Let me find the manual real quick. And we'll just check and see if it's got MIDI CC capabilities. I don't think so. It's only got a MIDI in on it, so that might be the case. So I might have to do this by hand. Usually, you at least have pitch and mod control, but I don't know about this. No. MicroBrute. And I may call it the mini brute. That's just an accident. If I do. Where's the freaking... There we go. Manuals. Do we have MIDI implementation on here? MIDI. All right. Okay, so I don't know that this can even do what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's a bummer. But I guess it'll force me to get a little creative here. You know what it might be? I might have to double check that I've got input monitoring enabled on Ableton, but that should be working. Let me just make sure there's not like a different manual here. Where's the control center? Now, I might have to figure that out off the air. That's what happens when you get a brand new synth and you haven't even looked at the manual yet. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. I can just record audio of the tweaks. So let's try it that way. Seven. All right, so that's gonna work. So let's get creative here. That's something I don't know how to do very well in Ableton, is how to edit audio. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so let's try that out in a different... Change the freaking color. Alright, so now let's we kind of have a couple there. Let's just start tooling around and make a few more. Let's see if we can get something that kind of goes up in energy. Yeah, something like that. Something like that sounds good. Alright, so let's see if I can record that a few times. Alright, so I'm just making a separate channel for this and do some different processing on it. What the fuck? There we go. We have just a little too much feedback on that. That's alright. Okay, let's see where we can fit that guy in here. So we might need to automate the volume level a little bit, maybe, on this. Which we can do pretty easily. Let's see how loud that gets there. one sounds cool. My neighbors fucking love me, I swear. So this is still a little too much feedback on this delay. We need it to eventually dissipate. Alright. Okay, so let's make that 8 bars. Not there yet. Gotta do some shaping on that. Let's just get a couple more just in case. Like that one. Let's see what else here. Hey, Mr. Fox, what's up, buddy? Working on some Psytrance, man. Okay, so I need to move this right there, maybe? Nope. That's the other thing. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want the same sound. What's up, CH8049? So I gotta put some compression on that. Control those a little bit more. Hey, Echo Kraft, what's up, buddy? it's definitely getting there. I'm still work in progress. But I picked up this little MicroBrute for those of you who've just joined, and done some little sounds in here for this little Psytrance tune that I started working on Friday night. So figured we'd kind of play around with this a little bit and see what happens. So I think it's turned out pretty good so far. I need to color code this or I'm going to forget what's what here. Okay, the other thing is, so for that little kind of mini build-up, I had an idea where I would kind of alter the percussion a little bit. So in order to do this, I've kind of grouped everything up, and I've tossed on the Waves flanger. And what I'm going to do is add another MIDI, or well, I guess it would be an audio track. Let me change the color of this for automation to turn that on and off. And then I also wanted to adjust some parameters on there. We'll see what that sounds like. I've never done that before, but I think it might work. And so what we want to do is take the audio from this group, which is all the crash, all that other stuff, route it into here. And, well, I guess if we want to do the kick, well, shit. How would we do this? Because you need something to put the clip on. I guess we could just do, well... I'm just thinking here. If we do, I'm just curious. Maybe if I just throw a MIDI track in here. But we still need to. Unless I can just automate this from here. Oh shit. Guess what? I think I just figured it out to where we don't have to do all that mess. Alright. So let's see, what do we wanna automate the on off. Can I do that? Yeah. Oh, is that only gonna do it in the arrangement view? Fuck. That's what I don't want. I don't want to. So we might have to do it my pain in the ass way. We'll see here. Oops. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. There we go. Heathcliff, how's it going, buddy? It's gonna have to be a MIDI clip cut. Fuck, how would I do that? I've done something similar in the past, and I'm trying to remember how I did this. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. If we go... No, that's not going to do what I want. Actually, let's just throw in an audio track again. I don't think you can. Well, let's just try throwing it on here. So that's a flanger. So there's no freaking clip in here. This is why I'm stuck on how to do this. In clip view. I don't want to do an arrangement view. I'm just stubborn like that. I don't compose an arrangement view. So anyway, I might have to come back to that. I'll figure it out. I know there's a way to do it. I just don't remember. But anyway, that'll help give some punch to the build here. I guess what we could do in the meantime is maybe we could high pass the kick with an EQ and automate that. That'll work for sure. Yeah, so Echo Kraft, the D-12 is over here. The Matrix Bruce behind me. I'm not using any of those at this point. This is mostly VSTs right now, and then the MicroBrute is doing some sounds right now. So now we can automate this. And for this, that one will turn it on. I want to adjust the level 1 frequency. All right, frequency A. I guess we'll find out. What's up, Hayes? How you doing, buddy? Alright, I'm gonna play this from the beginning and just kind of see where I'm at right now. Okay, so yeah, so that's going a little too early. So I'm gonna keep this. Oh shit. Let's just do it on the last couple. Something like this. Maybe. Oh, hey, that sucks, man. So your van broke down? That's awful, man. I'm sorry. Did you have to get it towed or what? That's the other thing. I want to take this crash, do some adjustments to this a little bit. I gotta toss a compressor on there too. misread that. Said lucky it didn't break down. Well, I'm glad you got home safe then. That's good. So, every track needs some white noise. I don't know if this can do white noise. I don't see it as an option in the oscillator banks here. Yeah. I don't think I can do white noise on the MicroBrute. So, what we're going to do for now is, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, almost any synth has it. You know, it has actually a lot of different selections. Is massive for white noise. Oops, I typed that in wrong. So we're going to use that for right now. Oh, and I saw something that there might be a new version of Massive coming out soon called Massive X. I think I saw that on the Sonic State podcast. Be interested to see what that's all about when it comes out. It took me years to actually buy Massive. I remember when it came out, I thought I didn't really like the way it sounded, but, you know, then some people got a hold of it that knew how to use it in a good way. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotcha. Gotcha. So yeah, there's all these different noise types on here. The other thing is the Matrix Brute has several different colors of noise as well, which are cool. But for just ease of sake on the stream here, we'll just toss this in. So we can shut all the other oscillators off. I think. Okay, sorry about that. It's your alarm clock sound. Alright, I want to go back to an init patch on here. So we got white noise, bright noise. See what that sounds like. Brown noise. Tape. Tape hiss. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Amp noise. Like that tape hiss. I think I'll use that for right now. So what we want to do is modulate that, the color, or we could even toss a filter on here. Can't we? I don't know how to do that. Envelope. I'm like fucking with the wrong. There we go. Something like that. Throw some of this in, EQ the shit out of it. up, John and Beer? How you guys doing? Alright guys, I think I'm probably going to call it a day here. It's weird, I normally say night, but I'm actually doing this during the day for once. So I'll do one more playthrough for anyone who... Oops, I just did something bad there. Who catches this later and wants to kind of skip around. At the end of these, I try and do a playthrough of what I did. So at the beginning there's one, and usually at the end, so... I'll play it one more time. And I'll probably work on this some more this week. I'll still be experimenting with the MicroBrute a little bit. I actually got this because I'm gonna do the cheap mono synth mashup or whatever. Since I have, I think all the main ones. I might be missing one, but the Korg monologue, the MicroBrute, the Uno synth, and the SEO2. Am I missing one, or is that kind of the main ones in that kind of sub $400 price range? Let me know in the chat here, guys. But I'll go ahead and play this out, and you gentlemen have a great day. And ladies, if there's any ladies watching, I should say. All right. So that's it, gentlemen. Thank you very much for everyone in the chat. There was quite a few of you today, so I appreciate you joining me. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next Saturday, I'll try and be on at 5 Mountain. It's a little late because I got this in the mail. But, yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope it was a good time. I'm enjoying it. And you guys all have a great week. Bye.